And next up, we get the main event. My God, this one was fun. One of my favorite pay-per-view main events ever. And it was a very different main event for this time. You know, if you're a young fan looking at this match through 2018 eyes, you might not understand what's so great about it. But at this time, you did not see a lot of this stuff in the WWE. They made this match a no disqualification match because Bret and Diesel had faced 2 times prior to this in the last year or so at King of the Ring 94 and at Royal Rumble 1995. Both matches kind of had non-finishes. Bret was DQ'd, I think, in 94, and then it was a double DQ where the match was just thrown out, no contest, something like that, at the Royal Rumble 1995. So to ensure there's going to be a winner this time, it's going to be no disqualification, which means the guys can do whatever they want. And I remember, you know, sitting down, I knew this was going to be it. I knew Bret Hart was going to win this match that night because prior to this, Diesel had held the belt for about a year at this point, and when Gorilla Monsoon randomly came on TV, I think it was on a Monday Night Raw, and it was maybe in September, it was early fall, and I didn't even see it coming because Bret Hart was feuding with everybody else. He was doing Kiss My Foot matches with Lawler and feuding with Jean-Pierre Lafitte and Hakushi and all these random fucking guys, and I was getting frustrated because I was like, when is Bret going to be back in the title picture? And then lo and behold, one night on Monday Night Raw, Gorilla Monsoon is being interviewed in the aisleway, and he just announces that Bret Hart is going to face the winner of the Diesel Bulldog match or something like that at Survivor Series. And I'm like, that's nice. We just got the announcement. I didn't see it coming. I was so happy, and I'm like, that's it. Bret's going to win the title. Diesel survives Bulldog. He goes into Survivor Series to face Bret Hart. It's a babyface match, but not really. Both of these guys are hell-bent on killing each other. I loved Bret's ring gear. I remember watching it when he came down to the ring. I'm like, wow, he's wearing all pink, which he had not really done. I had not seen Bret wear that type of ring attire since maybe when he beat Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 8. So I just liked the fact that he was all in pink and it just looked awesome and it was his night. I knew it was going to be his fucking night. The match starts off pretty brutal. Diesel is in control for a very large portion of the beginning because he's the bigger, stronger guy. It was interesting too, right before the bell rang, both guys tried to out-psych each other by taking off the turnbuckle pad. I think Diesel just took off the top pad first, and then Bret was like, all right, fine. He turns around and takes his off. So both guys are like, yeah, let's bring it on. And Diesel beats the hell out of Bret pretty hard. I mean, just pummeling him and pounding him in the ring, gets him on the outside of the ring, throws him into the ring steps, uses a chair on Bret, just beating the shit out of him. And Bret takes all of this punishment until finally he's able to mount some sort of a comeback. He winds up biting Diesel to gain control of the match, and then just goes to work on Diesel's leg hard. And I mean hard. Bret is just relentless and brutal, and it was awesome. I liked this match because it wasn't a classic Bret Hart match with a lot of great wrestling and suplexes and moves and shit like that. It was just a brawl. And it was a great brawl. I mean, it was a fucking beautiful brawl. And the way Bret is just destroying Diesel's leg, just in the ring alone, was pretty vicious. And then he gets nuts. He rams Diesel's leg into the ring post. He's got him kind of grapevined in the ring post, you know, kind of in position to do the ring post figure 4, although Bret wasn't doing that move at this time. But when Diesel is over in the corner there, Bret grabs one of the electrical cables or something from the cameras and starts tying Diesel's leg to the ring post so he can't get away. And then grabs a chair and starts nailing Diesel with the chair. Hits him on the back first and then just goes to work on his leg. He's taking the chair, you know, top side down vertically and ramming it right into the knee joint of Diesel. And it was a great call by Hennig. And he screams out, "I've never seen Bret Hart so vicious in my life." And it was just such a perfect storytelling call there by Hennig. And the announcers are freaking out. Even the fans are like, holy shit, Bret Hart is fucking vicious. And Bret showed signs of this back at the Royal Rumble in 1995 when it was even more of a babyface match than this is. Bret kind of used some heel tactics in that match, even used a chair on Diesel and got away with it in that Royal Rumble match. But here it's all legal and Bret was just fucking vicious with that chair. Diesel would finally regain control of the match for a little while, and then Bret would mount a small comeback, so you got a little bit of a seesaw thing going on, and Diesel is on the outside of the ring, and then Bret goes for a top rope dive onto Diesel but misses, lands on the floor. Diesel gets back in the ring, and as Bret is recuperating on the outside of the ring, he's walking around the ring to get back up on the apron to get back in the ring, and as soon as he's standing, Diesel then nails him and launches him off the apron through the Spanish announce table, which was, I believe, the first time we had ever seen a table bump like this in WWE, and it caught me completely off guard. I was like, whoa, where did that come from? It was so perfect. And, you know, you look at this now, like I said, with 2018 eyes, a young wrestling fan is probably going to look at that table bump and say, oh, who cares? What's the big deal? They do that 9 times a night now on the independent circuit. But back then, this was different. You saw it in ECW a little bit, but this was still 1995. And the way Bret took that table bump, it was perfect. Landed right in the dead center of the table. It splits right in half. Monitors fly up in the air. Hugo and whoever else was with him doing commentary fell out of their chairs. Bret sold it like $1 million. He looked like he had been killed. He looked like he'd been shot in the fucking head, completely lifeless, motionless, laying there in that broken table. Diesel then goes to retrieve him, grabs Bret. Bret is just dead weight. He's just completely, virtually unconscious, and Diesel lugs him back into the ring, and he's trying to pick up Bret for the powerbomb, for the jackknife, but he can't even really pick Bret up. He just slumps down, and I'm watching this, and I remember saying to myself, Bret's playing possum. You know, if Diesel knows who Bret Hart is, this is what he does, and I even called the finish. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. I said, Bret's going to small package him right here, and Diesel kind of slowly picks up Bret one more time to try to get him up, and that's when Bret hooks him right in the small package. The referee goes 1, 2, 3, and the hilarious reaction by Diesel after he gets pinned, and he screams out, motherfucker, visibly frustrated because the story here from the announcers was that Diesel was having compassion. Mr. Perfect kept saying it over and over. He goes, am I seeing compassion for Bret Hart from Diesel? He looks like he doesn't want to hurt him. He doesn't want to go through with the beating anymore. You know, Bret's virtually dead from that table spot. Diesel has remorse. Diesel has compassion, and that cost him. Bret rolled him up, caught him with a quick pin, won the WWE title, and that's when Diesel snaps. He gets right back up, shoves the referee out of the way, picks Bret up and nails him with a power bomb. And then a bunch of referees swarm the ring. Diesel starts beating the shit out of all of them, punching them and leaving them all laying in the middle of the ring, picking Bret Hart up again and jackknifing him a second time, and then grabbing the WWE title and dropping it right on Bret and looking into the camera, and he starts going, I'm back, and he would leave the ring and the show would go off the air.